Ready, set, go.
And think like,
Hello?
Hello, you made it.
Holy cow.
that was a process.
Yeah.
Huh? You all right there, bud?
It took me 2 hours to get home from work.
I know.
Good
Nice
God,
job,
dude.
though.
Big
Nice.
yikes.
There was a bus crash.
Oh.
Like on Granville.
Oh no.
So I should have just taken the fucking train. God damn.
That's okay.
What a way to ring in the new year, am I right?
I sprained my ankle getting out of bed on the 1st, so I don't blame you.
Yikes.
If you're still up to do it, I think we can do it.
Oh, I want to do that. I wanna. Just give me a moment.
No worries.
I got
We're
some.
starting to get a little
No
worried.
moments. You are infamous Twitch streamer, tall, lanky guy. Nah, I'm joking. Take your time.
Shit. I haven't even like highlighted any of my stuff. Oh god. Ah shit, dude.
We can wait until next time.
No, it's fine.
We could do something else.
No, I want to do this. We're gonna do this.
Oh my God.
Okay, Connor.
So violent.
I need to turn you down a little
It's
bit.
not Minecraft. Angry at me in this one.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but I got some new lighting and camera angle.
I'm just
Ooh,
pulling
I have-
up the thing now.
Hang
I'm
on.
opening you up now.
There we go.
I do like that. Ah, you've got the gamer angle now.
I do. Seeing as I am one.
Hell yeah. The beard trim looks really good though, too.
Thank you. Hang on.
What's happening?
I'm not
so
doing
confused.
anything with my hair. This is the energy going into 2022.
Ooh, the first stream of 2022 is just a hot mess. Honestly, that's
Is
pretty
tall
on par.
lanky guy?
I mean, I'm not
Oh my
wearing pants,
gosh,
so
is
like
that
that's the
Bob?
vibe for 2022.
Same,
It
I'm in
is.
mood.
It is a bonk, and I'm making ramen right now.
Nice.
Pages.
Okay. I'll just get started. Oop doo. Find the thumbnail. There it is.
Wait, who am I starting off as? Wait,
No,
what?
an
I'm
intro.
starting. I'm doing the
You're the
intro.
captain.
Good.
You know-
Oh, right.
Okay, if that's
intro.
been your attitude the entire stream, Connor.
An intro.
Hi, welcome to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Welcome to the new year. Happy new
Happy
year.
New Year.
22. I'm feeling
My mistake.
2022. Welcome to, what is this, part 4 of Hitchhikers? We're doing fits 7 and 8. Yep, that's how it goes.
Part 5, because we have a blooper episode that just dropped.
Yeah,
as
that's
part...
like 3.5.
Yeah, so it's technically 5.
Sure, 5 episodes, but this is part 4. That's not confusing.
Totally not confusing.
Okay. Alright. Let's frickin' go. Throw the thumbnail back up.
Ah, ramen's done. Be right back. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
You got time. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Fit the 7th. The show that began with the end of the world continues with Arthur Dent and Ford Prefect stranded on prehistoric Earth, and Zaphod Beetle... Oh, here we go.
Hell yeah.
And Zaphod Beeblebrox and Marvin thoroughly devoured by a carbon copy of the ravenous bug bladder beast of Trawl. A song called The Journey of the Sorcerer starts. There is a theory which states that if ever anyone discovers exactly what the universe is for and why it is here, it will instantly disappear and be replaced by something even more bizarrely inexplicable. The music peaks on entry of the bass. There is another theory which states that this has already happened. The music peaks yet again. There is yet a third theory which suggests that both of the first two theories were concocted by a wily editor of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in order to increase the level of universal uncertainty and paranoia, and so boost the sales of the guide. This last theory is, of course, the most convincing because The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is the only book in the whole of the known universe to have the words "Don't Panic" inscribed in large friendly letters on the cover. The music peaks again for the theme passage. Ursa Minor is almost certainly the most appalling place in the universe. Though it is excruciatingly rich, horrifyingly sunny, and more full of wonderfully exciting people than a pomegranate is of pips, it can hardly be insignificant that when a recent edition of the magazine Play Being headlined an article with the words, "When you are tired of Ursa Minor, you are tired of life," the suicide rate in the constellation quadrupled overnight. Play Being, a curious journal devoted in roughly equal parts to galactic politics, rock music, and gynecology, has much to answer for in this respect. The current edition carries the results of an opinion poll in which the central offices of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy have been voted the third hippest place in the whole of Ursa Minor. According to this same poll, the second hippest place in the whole of Ursa Minor is the entrance lobby to the same offices. This is what it sounds like. There's an entrance lobby atmosphere, people wandering about, weird music playing in the background, an intergalactic phone rings and is answered. Hello, yes, Megadata Publications, home of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the most totally remarkable book in the whole of the known universe. Can I help you? What? Yes, I passed your message on to Mr. Zarnawoop, but I'm afraid he's too cool to see you right now. He's on an intergalactic cruise. Yes, he is in his office, but he's on an intergalactic cruise. And according to this same Play Being poll, the hippest place in the whole galaxy is the left cranium of the fugitive galactic president, Zaphod Beeblebox? Are you kidding me, script? That says Beeblebox.
It does
Does
say
say
Beeblebox.
Alright. Just entering the air traffic space of Ursa Minor Beta is an enormous Arcturian megafreighter carrying a larger number of copies of Play Being than the mind can comfortably conceive. There is a fairly deep, heavy freighter-like background.
Ursa Minor Beta Air Traffic Control. This is AMF3 requesting homing beacon for planetfall. Come in, Control.
Ursa Minor Beta ATC receiving you. Beacon activated. Automatic docking will proceed in 2 hours.
Acknowledged. Thank you, ATC.
There is now some electronic jiggery pokery to indicate activated cocking computers.
Ugh. Makes you sick, doesn't it, Captain?
What?
Look at the fizzy screen. See that big white city over there with the whole blooming thing? It's just Hitchhiker's offices, palm trees, and so many swimming pools when you need bloody gondolas to get about.
Well, that's success for you, isn't it?
Is it? Is it? Well, I ask myself. All gone soft, haven't they? Hitchhiking. What is it they know about it? Get one of those to stick out their thumb, it would probably fall off. I mean, it's just for fat cat business now. What's the name of that bloke who runs it now?
Maxocat.
Well, you know what they say, don't you? They have to move to a bigger planet just because they got so fat he kept sliding off the old one. I've heard, that they've created a whole electronically synthesized universe in one of their offices so they can go and research stories during the day and still go to parties in the evening. Yeah, bloody Clever, of course, but it's nothing to do with the real galaxy, it is. Nothing to do with life.
Talk a lot, don't you?
Yeah, well, not much else to do on these ships, is there? Great automated monsters. I've had 3 buttons to press this entire 500 light years, and that was just to put the coffee machine to manual.
Docking 1 hour, 54 minutes.
Peter and out.
Actually, I just picked up a hitchhiker.
You what?
Odd bloke. He was in a bad way. He was hitchhiking the hard way, you see. And so I said to myself,
Docking 1 hour, 52 minutes. Kevin and out.
Who is he?
don't know, I didn't give him a name, and he'd wrapped his head in a towel, so
Heads?
yeah, just the 2. I put him on the sleeping quarters to recover. I have recovered!
Who the hell are you?
Don't ask.
But
Turn the radio on.
what?
Turn the radio on. Look, if it'll help you do what I tell you, baby, imagine I've got a blaster ray in my hand.
You got a blaster ray in your hand.
So you shouldn't have to tax your imagination too hard. Turn it on.
Radio on! And news reports brought to you here on the sub-ether wave band, broadcasting around the galaxy around the clock, bringing light and enlightenment to all non-evolved life forms, saying a big hello to all semi-evolved life forms, and causing severe brain damage to anyone higher up the evolutionary ladder than a demented bee. But first, the up-to-the-minute shock news. Reports have just reached us that Zaphod Beeblebrox, the only man in history to terminate his term as galactic president by stealing a spaceship he was meant to be launching, has finally met his end. Yes, the Big Z is now finally Big Dead. We asked his private brain care specialist, Gag Heffrunt, if this was just a publicity stunt.
Zaphod
Let
was
me-
just this guy, you know.
But what about these reports which say that Zaphod Beeblebrox has been eaten by a Haganenon,
Well, he is an interpretus fellow, you know.
and is now seriously dead?
Who can say?
Haganenons are they not, super evolutionary life forms? That is to say, they can re-evolve into any shape in a matter of seconds.
They are crazy mixed up with animals, you know.
And it was while the Haganenon had temporarily evolved into the form of the ravenous bug-bladder beast of Troll that he ate Zaphod Beeblebrox.
Well, this is not what we find.
So it would be true to say that Zaphod Beeblebrox is finally dead.
True, but probably unimportant.
And why is that?
Well, Zaphod's just this guy, you know.
And now some news from some of the outlying regions of the galaxy. A report out today from the Western Spiral Arm says that the wheel is commercially...
Turn it off!
The radio turns off.
Look, I'm sorry I had to wave this blaster at you, but as you just heard, I've had a very bad day. What? You mean that was you? Yeah. You do lead an interesting life, don't you, Mr. Beeblebrox?
It is, of course, perfectly natural to assume that everyone else is having a far more exciting time than you. Human beings, for instance, have a phrase which describes this phenomenon. The other man's grass is always greener. The Sholtanak race of Group Kidron 13 had a similar phrase, but since their planet is somewhat eccentric botanically speaking, the best they could manage was the other Sholtanak's jubileberry shrub is always a more mauvey shade of pinky russet. And so the expression soon fell into misuse, and the Sholtanaks had little option but to become terribly happy and contented with their lot, much to the surprise of everyone else in the galaxy who had not realized that the best way not to be unhappy is not to have a word for it. Arthur Dent is, of course, terribly unhappy. As is now well recorded, he and Ford Prefect escaped from the planet Earth on the day that it was unexpectedly demolished to make way for a new hyperspace bypass. Bypasses are devices which allow some people to dash from point A to point B very fast, whilst other people dash from point B to point A very fast. People living at sea, being a point directly in between, are often given to wonder what's so great about point A that so many people from point B are so keen to get there, and what's so great about point B that so many people from point A are so keen to get there. They often wish that people would just once and for all work out where the hell they want to be. Arthur Dent and Ford Prefect know exactly where they don't want to be. They don't want to be stranded on prehistoric Earth with a load of unwanted telephone sanitizers and advertising executives who have been thrown off their home planet of Gold Frincham, a world which has subsequently been wiped out by a particularly virulent disease contracted from an unexpectedly dirty telephone. Unfortunately, that is precisely where they are. But fortunately, they have found a way of coping with their predicament. They are drunk.
Dingozeeskins, these must be some way of getting off this planet other than getting high.
You've been saying that for years.
Have I? It be true then.
You've got all that electric hitching equipment in your satchel, and none of it seems to do a dicky bird.
You're just too far from the space lines. The range is limited. Wait, I've got it.
What? An answer?
It's a lateral thinking problem, isn't it? We just have to sidle up to the problem sideways when it's not looking and pounce.
Well,
I knocked over the bottle of wine.
but have you got the answer?
No, but I've got a different name for the problem.
Let's have a drink. Here's another bottle.
Yes, all right. No. Look, every time we get to this point, we just have another drink till we're totally slammered. And then next day start all over with
What's the matter?
Look,
What are you looking at? Good God!
it's only a bloody spaceship, isn't it? It's only hovering in the air 100 yards from us.
It looks very unreal, doesn't it? Sort of ghostly.
But look, don't you realize we're safe? We've been rescued. Come on, let's celebrate. Pass the bottle.
Right. Here.
Where'd it go?
What? The bottle?
No, the spaceship.
What?
It's gone. The bloody thing's gone.
Where did it go?
It just sort of winked out of existence.
Vanished.
Here,
What?
take the bottle. I can't face it.
Ford?
Yes.
It's there again.
Hey! So it is. What's going on?
It just came again. Pop. It comes and goes like magic.
Tell you our trouble, mate. We're too sober by half. Come on. I will have that drink. I think I deserved. Sure.
It's gone again.
What is it? Some kind of deputation from Galactic Alcoholics Anonymous?
What do you mean by that?
Well, haven't you noticed? Every time I put down the bottle, it appears. And every time I pick it up again, it disappears. Look, I put it down. There it is. It's back again. I pick it up, and poof, it's gone. Here, gone. Here, gone. Here, gone. See? It works.
But that's mad.
Mad it may be, mate, but I tell you one thing. I'm not touching another drop of your filthy elderflower stuff till we're safely out of this solar system. That's it. I've got it.
It's an intelligence test.
Yes. No, it isn't. It isn't at all, because that suggests someone's doing it deliberately, and that's not it. There's a time paradox going on. We're caught in the crossroads of two alternate futures. You see?
No.
I thought you wouldn't. Listen, the ship first appeared when I said, let's actually sit down and work out this problem of getting off this planet, right?
Yes.
And then every time we reached for a bottle instead, or just expected the problem to solve itself, the ship disappeared.
Right.
So in one of the alternate futures, we work out a way to signal it to a ship, which then returns through time to pick us up. And in the other alternative, we just get drunk and ignore the problem. So no solution, no ship. I wonder what Rooster would do.
Who's Rooster?
Mate of mine, another researcher on the guide. Great little thinker is Rooster, and a great hitcher. He's a guy who really knows where his towel is.
Knows what?
Where his towel is.
Why should he want to know where his towel is?
Everybody should know where his towel is.
I think your head's come undone.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy has this to say on the subject of towels. A towel, it says, is about the most massively useful thing any interstellar hitchhiker can carry. For one thing, it has great practical value. You can wrap it around you for warmth on the cold moons of Jaglin Beta, sunbathe on it on the marble beaches of Santraginus V, huddle beneath it for protection from the Arcturian meganats as you sleep beneath the stars of Cacrifoon, use it to sail a mini-raft down the slow, heavy river Moth, wet it for use in hand-to-hand combat, wrap it round your head to avoid the gaze of the ravenous bug-bladder beast of Troll, which is such a mind-bogglingly stupid animal, it assumes that if you can't see it, it can't see you, and even dry yourself off with it if it still seems clean enough.
Back to the Arcturian megafreighter background.
Those are some really great days of hitchhiking, of course. A man and his towel pitted against the universe? I mean, that's a lot down there. That's a lot down there for them offices. I wouldn't give you an old-faced flannel for the lot of them. No disrespect to you, of course, Mr. Beeblebrox. Mr. President, sir, you're a totally different kettle. You talk a lot, don't you? You know, you remind me of something this really fruity mate of mine once said. He spent a whole while stuck on this really weird outback planet called Earth, right? Humanoid race, right? And they used to amaze him at the way they just kept talking. Like, just always stating the really obvious, like they'd always be like, "It's a nice day," or "You are very tall, aren't you?" and "Oh dear, you seem to have fallen down 30-foot well. Are you all right?" And then he came up with this theory about how he thought if human beings don't keep exercising their lips or their mouths, they probably seize up. Then he watched them a bit more, and came up with this whole new theory. He said if they don't keep exercising their lips, their brains start working.
Well, if that's how you feel.
How soon till we dock at Ursa Minor Beta?
30 minutes.
Okay. Now, I can't even risk being found on this freighter. It'd be better to go down in one of your Eva pods and should slip under the radar. Okay. Thanks for the ride, guys.
But why are you going to Ursa Minor Beta if you want to stay hidden?
I just wanted to find out what I'm doing.
What?
Well, last night after I escaped the Haganenon.
Yeah, how did you?
I went into a deep coma and got this message from a person I admire and I respect and deeply love. Me.
What? A message from yourself?
Yeah, it was a message I'd implanted in my own mind 20 years ago, which was triggered off by that coma, and it just told me that the time had come, and I had to go and see this dude I'd never heard of and who would tell me something to my disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, so I had to go, didn't I?
Why don't you tie a knot in your hanky like anyone else?
Style, friend, style. Come on, I've got to go.
But can I just ask you?
Yeah, what is it?
The Haganenon.
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 That Haganenon that ate you. How did you escape?
Ah, no problem. It was a super evolving species, right?
Yeah.
It ate me whilst it was playing at being a ravenous bug bladder beast of trawl. And then, like, seconds later, made the mistake of re-evolving into a really neat little escape capsule.
It 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 evolved into an escape capsule.
Yeah,
That's really incredible.
yeah, I just can't help it. I'm lucky.
The pod door closes.
Eva Pod 5 launching.
The pod launch. Hang on. Yeah.
Several hours later, 5 billion tons of Playbeing magazine were unloaded on Ursa Minor Beta, causing a slight but largely irrelevant shift in its orbital trajectory. A few hours later still, Zaphod Beeblebrox, the owner of what Playbeing readers have deemed the hippest place in the universe, walked into the entrance lobby of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, deemed merely the second hippest place in Ursa Minor. Zaphod Beeblebrox does not like Ursa Minor either.
There is entrance lobby atmos as before, and the door flies open.
Okay, where's Zarny Whoop? Get me Zarny Whoop!
Excuse me, sir?
Zarny Whoop! Get him right, get him now!
Well, sir, if you could be a little cool about it.
Look, I'm up to here with cool, okay? I am so amazingly cool that you could keep a side of meat in me for a month. I am so hip, and I have difficulty seeing over my pelvis. Now, will you move before I blow it?
Well, if you'd let me explain, sir. I'm afraid that isn't possible right now, as Mr. Zarnywhoop is on an intergalactic cruise.
When is he gonna be back?
Back, sir? He's in his office.
This cat's on an intergalactic cruise in his office. Listen, Three Eyes, don't try to out-weird me. I get stranger things than you, free with my breakfast cereal.
Well, just who do you think you are, honey? Zaphod Beeblebrox or something?
Yeah, count the heads.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but what did you say?
Ah, photons!
You are Zaphod Beeblebrox?
Yes, but don't shout or they'll all want one.
The Zaphod Beeblebrox?
No, just a Zaphod Beeblebrox. Didn't you hear me? I come in 6-packs.
But sir, it was on the sub-ether radio this morning. It said you were dead.
Yeah, that's right. I just haven't stopped moving yet. Now, where do I find Zarny Whoop?
Well, sir, his office is on the 5th floor, but
he's on an intergalactic cruise. Yeah. How do I get to him?
the newly installed Sirius Cybernetics elevators are in the far corner, sir.
Sirius Cybernetics Corporation. Oh, Zarkon. Haven't they collapsed yet?
Sir, can I ask why you want to see Mr. Zarnywhoop?
Yeah, I told myself I needed to.
Come again, sir?
I came to myself before in a dream and said, "Go see Zarny Whoop." Never heard of cat before, but it seemed inconsistent.
Mr. Beeblebrox, sir, you're so weird. You should be in pictures.
Yeah, baby, and you should be in real life.
It will take Zaphod Beeblebrox at least 30 seconds to cross the entrance lobby of the Hitchhiker offices, and at least another 3 minutes will then elapse before the offices are finally bombed to bits. It would therefore seem an appropriate moment to recount that Trillian also effected a fortuitous escape from the Haganenons, only to be carried off and forcibly married to the president of the Algolian chapter of the Galactic Rotary Club, whilst Marvin the paranoid android has survived a remarkable and unwieldy series of adventures which he has never been able satisfactorily to explain, and has now, by the most amazing coincidence, arrived exactly here.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
I doubt it.
Well, in that case, if you'll just excuse me.
No one can help me.
Yes, sir. Well,
Not that anyone's tried, of course.
is that so?
Hardly worth anyone's time, really, is it?
I'm sorry, sir, if,
I mean, where's the percentage in being kind or helpful to a robot if it doesn't have any gratitude circuits?
and you don't have any?
I've never had the occasion to find out.
Listen, you miserable heap of maladjusted metal.
Aren't you going to ask me what I want?
Is it worth it?
Is anything?
What do you want?
I'm looking for someone.
Who?
Zaphod Beeblebrox. He's just walking over there.
Then why did you ask me?
Just wanted someone to talk to.
What? Wait, what?
Pathetic, isn't it? Goodbye.
Oh, father of Zarquan. He slumps over his desk. Yeah, I do want to read this particular voice note. For this next Zaphod line, we would try to fade him up. Is it good convention to do a quick crossfade here? Otherwise, we have to just move Marvin across, which will be boring. Go ahead.
Hey, Marvin! And how did you get here? Don't ask. But hey, you crazy psychotic cybernaut. How are you, kid? Oh, I'm alright. If you happen to like that sort of thing, which personally I don't. Yeah.
The lift descends and the door opens.
Hello, lift.
Hello! I am to be your elevator for this trip to the floor of your choice. I have been designed by the Serious Cybernetics Corporation to take you, the visitor to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, into these, their offices. If you enjoy your ride, which will be swift and pleasurable, then you may care to experience some of the other elevators, which have recently been installed in the offices of the Galactic Tax Department, Boogaloo Baby Foods, and the Syrian State Mental Hospital, where many ex-Serious Cybernetics Corporation executives will be delighted to welcome your visits, sympathy, and happy tales of life out in the big wide world.
Yeah? What else do you do besides talk?
I go up or down.
Ah, good. We're going up.
Or down.
Yeah, okay. Up, please.
Down's very nice.
Oh, yeah?
Super.
Good. Now, will you take us up?
May I ask you if you've considered all the possibilities that down might offer you?
Like what?
Well, there's the basement, the microfiles, the heating system. Nothing particularly exciting, I'll admit, but they are alternative possibilities.
Zarkon's knees. Did I ask for an existential elevator? What's the matter with this thing? It doesn't want to go up. I think it's afraid. Of what? Heights? An elevator that's afraid of heights.
Of the future.
The future? What does it want? Pension scheme?
Behind the last few lines, we have heard the sounds of many lifts descending.
All Serious Cybernetics elevators can see into the future. It's part of our programming.
Going down.
Marvin, just get this elevator to go up, will you? We've got to get to Zarny Whoop. Why? I don't know. But when I find him, he'll better have one good hell of a reason for wanting me to see him.
It should be explained at this point that modern elevators are strange and complex entities. The ancient electric winch and maximum capacity 8 persons jobs bear as much relation to a serious cybernetics corporation happy vertical people transporter as a packet of peanuts does to the entire west wing of the Syrian State Mental Hospital. This is because they operate on the unlikely principle of defocused temporal perception, a curious system which enables the elevator to be on the right floor to pick you up, even before you knew you wanted it, thus eliminating all the tedious chatting, relaxing, and making friends that people were previously forced to do whilst waiting for elevators. Not unnaturally, many lifts imbued with intelligence and precognition became terribly frustrated with the mindless business of going up or down, experimented briefly with the notion of going sideways as a sort of existential protest, demanded participation in the decision-making process, and finally took to sulking in basements. At this point, a man called Gorilla Mincefriend rediscovered and patented a device he had seen in a history book called a staircase. It had been calculated that his most recent tax bill paid for the social security of 5,000 redundant serious cybernetics workers, the hospitalization of 100 serious cybernetic executives, and the psychiatric treatment of over 17,500 neurotic lifts.
There is a ding of the lift arriving at the destination. 5th floor, and remember, I'm only doing this because I like your robot. The lift door opens.
Thanks a bundle.
There is low rumbling thuds in the distance.
Hey, what's that noise?
Well, I expect it's the future that I was so worried about, and it's about to get worse, so if you don't mind, I'm going straight back down. Bye now. The lift door closes very quickly. Lift drops out of earshot.
Left in the lurch by a lift. Hey, you know something, Marvin? More than you can possibly imagine. I am dead certain this building should not be shaking.
There are more heavy thuds.
Either they've got some vibro systems up for toning up your muscles while you work. Yes. Or the building's being bombed. Who in the galaxy would want to bomb a publishing company? Another publishing company?
Beeblebrox, over here!
No, Beeblebrox over here! Who are you?
A friend.
Yeah, anyone's friends in particular. Or just getting... the fuck? Oh yeah? Anyone friend in particular, or just generally well-disposed to people?
There is a much louder explosion.
Do you know your building's being bombed?
What do you expect? Ever since you arrived on this planet last night, you've been going around telling people that you're Zaphod Beeblebrox. But that there, not to tell anyone else.
Well, I'm very insecure.
Yeah, so's this planet now.
There are more explosions. A very loud, heavy, throbbing hum crosses the sound picture. This is a very large spaceship passing by outside the building.
What is that? A whole battle fleet out there?
It's your government out to get you, Beeblebrox. They've seen a squadron of frog starfighters.
Starfighters? Oh, Zarkon!
You see the picture?
What are frog starfighters?
Get down!
A searing zap crosses the sound picture. It takes about 2 seconds.
That was a frog starfighter?
No, that was a frog star scout robot out looking for you.
Yeah?
Another different zap goes across the picture.
Hey, what was that?
That was another frog star scout robot class B looking for you.
Yeah?
Another different playing zap.
And that?
The frog star scout class C out looking for you.
Pretty stupid robots, eh?
Yeah.
Huge grinding crack from the other end of the corridor, accompanied by a heavy dynamo hum.
Holy photon, what's that?
A Frog Star Robot Class D. I should imagine it's just picked up the reports from the first 3 and it's come to get you.
Wow, we've got to get out of here. Marvin! What do you want? See that robot coming toward us? I suppose you want me to stop it. Yeah! Whilst you save your skins. Yeah!
Down this way. There's Arniewoob's office.
Is this the time to keep an appointment?
It's our only hope of escape. He's got a whole different universe in his office. Come on.
Marvin, it's all yours. Thanks a heap.
They run off.
Out of my way, little robot.
I'm afraid I've been left here to stop you.
You? Stop me? Go on.
No, really, I have.
What are you armed with?
Guess.
Yes.
Yes, go on. You'll never guess.
Laser beams?
No.
No, too obvious, I suppose. Antimatter ray.
Far too obvious.
Yes, how about an electron ram?
What's that?
One of these!
There's a devastating volley of electronic gun, cracking walls and falling masonry.
No, not one of those.
Good though, isn't it?
Very good.
I know, you must have one of those new Exanic reconstruction destabilized xenon emitters.
Nice, aren't they?
That what you got?
No.
Oh, then it must be one of those things with twirls. Goes whoosh.
You're thinking along the wrong lines, you know? You're failing to take into account something fairly basic in the relationship between men and robots.
I know. I've seen them. Quite big.
Just think. They've left me, an ordinary menial robot, to stop you, a gigantic heavy-duty battle machine, whilst they run off to save themselves. What do you think they would leave me with?
Oh, well, something pretty damn devastating, I would expect.
Expect? Oh, yes, expect. I'll tell you what they gave me to protect myself with, shall I?
Yes, all right.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing at all. Not an electronic sausage.
Well, doesn't that just take the biscuit? Nothing, eh? Just don't think, do they?
And me with this terrible pain in all the diodes on the left side.
Makes you spit, doesn't it?
Yes.
Hell, that makes me angry. Think I'll smash that wall down.
It was a quick demolition ray job.
How do you think I feel?
Just ran off and left you.
Yes.
I think I'll shoot down their bloody ceiling as well.
There's more rays and crashes.
That's very impressive.
You ain't seen nothing yet. I can take this floor out too. No trouble.
There's more demolition. The Frogstar robot falls through the floor with a deafening cry which dies away as it falls through several lower floors as well.
Pressingly stupid machine.
There's fire, alarms, etc.
The building's on fire!
You certainly need to make an entrance, don't you, Beeblebrox?
Well, it's a terrible building anyway.
In the din, another soothing alarm system starts up. It simply drones, "Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic." Another drones, "Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right."
How do we get to this universe then?
I'm afraid it looks like we don't.
Hey, what? The building's cracking down the middle?
Yes, that's not all. Look down at the ground.
The ground's going away. What are they taking it? Or sorry, where are they taking it?
They're not. They're taking the building. We're airborne.
There's rushing wind.
Look, what have I done to deserve this? I walked into a building and they take it away.
It's not what you've done they're worried about. It's what you're going to do.
I get a say in it.
You did. Years ago. You'd better hold on. We're in for a long, long journey. Let me introduce myself. My name's Rooster, and this is my towel.
Hey, Rooster. Hello, Towel. Where are they taking us?
The Frog Star.
Who is the mysterious Rooster? Who is even more mysterious as Arnie Whoop, and why hasn't he even appeared yet? What will Zaphod's bewildering mission turn out to be? Will it be something he finds stimulating and challenging, or will it just be a monster wanting to take over the universe for no very good reason? How long will Ford and Arthur have to stay on the wagon, and when will they be reunited with everyone else in the story? Tune into the next exasperating series of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and find out.
The magazine Playbeing can be obtained over the counter from any moderately disreputable galactic news agent. Oh boy! That's Fit the 7th.
Oh boy. I'm
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Okay.
I'm already a fan of my Rooster voice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good
It's
one.
a good
yeah.
one.
Okay, I'm gonna take some water and then... Fit the 8th. Zaphod Beeblebrox and his mysterious friend Rooster are being taken in a flying building to the evil Frog Star, whilst Ford Prefect and Arthur Dent are stranded on prehistoric Earth. Some of them are getting hungry.
I don't believe it. It's impossible.
But it's happening.
Reason notwithstanding, the universe continues unabated. Its history is terribly long and awfully difficult to understand, even in its simpler moments, which are, roughly speaking, the beginning and the end. The wave harmonic theory of historical perception in its simplest form states that history is an illusion caused by the passage of time, and that time is an illusion caused by the passage of history. It also states that one's perception of these illusions is conditioned by 3 important factors: who you are, where you are, and when you last had lunch with Zaphod Beeblebrox. Zaphod Beeblebrox's last meal was taken at the restaurant at the end of the universe, since when he has been catapulted through time in a Haganenon spaceship, eaten by a carbon copy of the ravenous bug bladder beast of Troll, received strange and unedifying instructions from himself in his sleep, and in consequence made his way to the office building of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which was then unaccountably attacked by a squadron of Frogstar fighters, hauled in its entirety off the surface of the planet, and is now carrying Zaphod and his mysterious new friends Rooster in the general direction of the even more mysterious Frogstar. He is therefore not unnaturally feeling a little peckish.
There is general background of a large office building flying through space in the grip of 7 powerful tractor beams.
Rooster, is there anything to eat in this situation?
Here, Zaphod. Suck this.
You want me to suck your towel?
The yellow stripes are high in protein. The green ones have vitamin B and C complexes. The little pink flowers contain wheat germ extract.
What are the brown stains?
Barbecue sauce. For when I get sick of wheat germ.
It tastes as bad as it looks.
Yes, when I've had to suck that in a bit, I usually need to suck the other in too.
Why? What's in that?
Antidepressants.
Much has been written on the subject of towels. Much has been written on the subject of towels, most of which stresses the many practical functions they can serve for the modern hitchhiker. two seminal books are Wordle Sneng's compendious tome Bath Sheets in Space, which is far too large to carry, but sits magnificently on fashionable coffee tables, and Frat Dad's Handbook, heavily modified face flannels, and altogether terser work for masochists. However, only the Hitchhiker's Guide explains that the towel has a far more important psychological value, in that anyone who can hitch the length and breadth of the galaxy, rough it, slum it, struggle against mind-boggling odds, win through, and still know where his towel is clearly a man to be reckoned with. Hence a phrase which has passed into hitchhiking slang, as in, "Hey, you sass that Hoopy Ford Prefect, there's a fruit who really knows where his towel is." Sass means no, be aware of, meet. Sass means no, be aware of, meet, have sex with. Hoopy means really together guy, and Frood means really amazing together guy. Meanwhile, important questions are beginning to frame themselves in Zaphod Beeblebrox's mind.
Did you say this building was flying too?
The Frog Star, the most totally evil place in the galaxy.
Do they have food there?
Food? Have you the faintest idea what's going to happen to you at the Frog Star?
They're going to feed me?
They're going to feed you, all right.
Oh, great.
They're going to feed you into the total perspective vortex.
The total perspective vortex? Hey, what is that, man?
Only the most savage psychic torture a sentient being can undergo.
Oh, no food, huh?
Listen, you can kill a man, destroy his body, break his spirit, but only the total Sorry, I was beatboxing for a little bit. Anyway.
Okay.
Listen, you can kill a man, destroy his body, break his spirit, but only the total perspective vortex can annihilate a man's soul. The treatment lasts 1 second, but the effects last a lifetime.
You ever had a pan-galactic gargle blaster?
This is worse.
Ooh-wee.
There's a teleport zing. A voice, quite a pleasant one, speaks to them suddenly. This is the Frog Star Prisoner Relations Officer.
Ah, hello there. You must be Zaphod Beeblebrox, yes?
Yeah, who are you?
Me? Oh, I'm the Frog Star Prisoner Relations Officer, and I'm just popping by to,
How did you get in here?
oh, the usual thing, work my way up the ranks, and...
No, how did you get here? You popped out of nowhere like a large drink spill.
I know. Disconcerting, isn't it? Look, I just popped along to see how you were getting on. Enjoying the trip?
No, not at all.
Oh. Well, it'll soon be over. We should be arriving at the Frog Star in an hour or so. It is, as you may know, the most totally evil place in the galaxy. Even I find it pretty horrifying, and I'm one of the most evil people on it.
Chris, you want to say yeah again?
Oh,
It didn't
sorry.
come through.
Oh, yeah. Yeah?
Oh, yes, quite staggeringly nasty. Anyway, enough of me. How about you? Is there anything in particular you want?
Be careful.
What?
This man's evil. He's from the Frog Star.
Ease up, man. He just asked me if there's anything I wanted.
But
Come on, Mr. Beeblebrox. Zaphod, what would you like? What would you really like?
Oh, a big... a real... Oh, sorry, fuck. A steak. A really big, juicy steak.
Beefsteak.
Yeah.
Delicious. And?
A crisp green salad, a hunk of cheese, and...
Some lime.
Argolian claret.
The 91?
The 95.
Excellent choice. Anything else?
That'll do me just fine.
Right. Turn the fire hoses on him.
What?
There are fire hoses.
Enjoy your trip. Bye now.
Teleport zing again.
Don't say I didn't warn you, Beeblebrox.
You want to try that again?
Glad you guys are enjoying my sputtering with
I was
rage
very
and wonder.
good. I just want to keep. I just wasn't sure if the line came through.
Yeah. What is the point of all that?
They're just playing with you, softening you up. I told you, they're going to be putting you in the total perspective vortex.
But what was this thing? What does it do?
The principle is very simple.
Though the principle on which the total perspective vortex works is indeed very simple, it will not for the moment be revealed. The purpose of this deliberate withholding of vital information is to occasion sensations of suspense, fear, and anxiety within the legal limits laid down by the galactic statute of narrative practice. These sensations can be emphasized further by reference to this recording of a man being put in the vortex. And this one. And this one. Provided that equal emphasis is given to the fact that one man in the entire history of the cosmos did survive its effects unharmed. To establish the identity of this man and see how he achieved it, it is now necessary to travel 2 million years backwards in time to where Ford Prefect and Arthur Dent are stranded in the primeval past of the utterly insignificant planet Earth. They are faced with a problem, in that a spaceship which has apparently traveled back in time to rescue them cannot materialize until they have worked out a way of sending a message forward in time to summon it. This is clearly a terribly convoluted temporal paradox of mind-mangling complexity.
Perhaps we could wave your towel at it.
You know what your trouble is, Arthur. You've got as much grasp of multi-temporal causality as a concussed bee.
You don't think it would work then?
No. That ship hovering there is only a potential ship. The possibility of one.
We could still wave at it.
Yeah, very friendly, but chronologically inept. Listen, we have to send a message forward in time.
Yes?
To where the spaceship is going to be.
We don't know where.
No.
We don't know when.
No.
And anyway, we haven't got a time machine.
No.
So?
You're right.
What?
We might as well just wave a towel at it.
Right. Hello! Hey, spaceship!
We're
down
down here!
Hello!
Come on! Hello!
The slight hum which the spaceship has hitherto been emanating, but which I forgot to mention, suddenly picks up in intensity. It is accompanied by a sharp increase in wind, and Ford and Arthur's voices are buffeted and muffled by the noise.
Ford, it's coming down! Look! It's coming down to us!
I don't believe it. It's impossible.
But it's happening!
Hey, I don't like the look of that.
What?
It's wobbling. I think it's about to crash. Fire your retro rockets, you idiot.
It fires its retro rockets very loudly.
Too hard! Much too hard! Run, Arthur! Run for your life! Make for the hill!
There's a rumbling crash of earthquake. Full sense surround treatment.
What hill?
There was a hill there a moment ago.
What, the rather nice one with all the daffodils?
Damn the daffodils, the whole hill's gone.
The ground's heaving beneath us.
The ship's causing a bloody earthquake.
There's a volcano erupting.
Look, the hill's come back. It's erupting. We must be on a volcanic fault.
There's lots more volcano eruption.
Watch out!
Huge crash, after which the continuing sound of the earthquake becomes rather muffled. Hold on that sound for a moment to establish. Well, we did it.
Yeah.
We flagged down a logically non-existent spaceship with a towel.
Yeah. Great.
Marvelous.
Wonderful.
Terrific.
Tell me, Arthur.
Yes.
This boulder we're stuck under, how big would you say it was, roughly?
Oh, about the size of Coventry Cathedral.
Do you think we could move it? Just asking. Can you feel my rucksack anywhere?
Here.
You see, in these sorts of situations, that it's really good to have a guide to help you.
What?
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It tells you what to do in any eventuality.
What? Even being stuck in a crack in the ground beneath a giant boulder which you can't move with no hope of rescue?
Yeah, it'll have something. Watch.
What to do if you find yourself stuck in a crack in the ground underneath a giant boulder you can't move with no hope of rescue? Consider how lucky you are that life has been good to you so far. Alternatively, if life hasn't been good to you so far, which given your current circumstances seems more likely, consider how lucky you are that it won't be troubling you any longer.
It's time I did something about that book.
Shame we lost the towel.
What happened to it?
Blew away with the wind. Fell in the river and a stream of lava rolled over it.
I'll give the archaeologists something to think about. Prehistoric towel discovered in lava flow. Was God a Marks and Spencer sale assistant? What are you doing?
Feeling the rock above my head. It seems to be humming.
Humming.
Why should a rock hum?
Perhaps it feels good about being a rock.
No, I mean it's vibrating. As if it's got an engine in it.
You're crazy. A rock with an engine in it.
Who would want a motorized rock?
Another motorized rock?
Look, it's cracking. There's a hatchway opening but underneath it.
Wow, this is one strange rock.
Look at the light streaming out. Did you ever see anything like that before?
Not when I've been in a legal state of mind.
This next line is read breathless with excitement, as if he's just seen the box office returns on Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Look! A figure silhouetted against the light, coming down the ramp, walking towards us.
Staggering towards us.
It's hard to see. So much light.
He's in a bad way.
He's stumbling towards a crack in the ground. Look, he's going to fall.
Look out!
For it is he.
Zaphod.
Chris.
Yeah. Yep. I unmuted. Sorry.
Oh.
It didn't
Yeah.
pick
Oh,
up me.
sorry, I didn't even know you had muted.
Whoops.
Okay.
Sorry. I was just...
Zarkon! You know who I think this is?
The faces looked familiar.
Zaphod? What's he doing coming out of a rock?
Who says he needs a reason? Come on, we've got to help him. Zaphod! Zaphod, you seem to have fallen down a 30-foot hole.
I think he knows that.
Is he all right?
What does it look like? Zaphod? Zaphod, what happened to you?
My head hurts.
Can you tell me what happened?
They took me to the Frog Star.
The Frog Star?
What's the Frog Star?
Shh!
I've been in the total perspective vortex.
Oh no.
What's the total...
Yes, Ford, I'm very ill.
Have you been in that thing?
Very ill. Very ill.
What's the vortex?
The vortex. It's the worst thing that can happen to anybody.
Oh no. The vortex was okay. but afterwards.
Afterwards? After the vortex?
Well, I had to celebrate, didn't I? I've been drunk for a week. My heads are killing me. Help me up, will you? Ugh.
He passes out. There is the background sound of the Heart of Gold.
This is Eddie, your shipboard computer, welcoming you back on board the starship Heart of Gold. We are currently heading away from planet Earth on improbability drive, and all systems are just tickety-boo. I don't know the song.
Here we are. I don't know.
In the arms of...
No, definitely not that one.
Well, guys, you must be so amazingly glad to see me. You can't even find the words to tell me what a cool fruit I am.
What? A what?
I know how you feel. I am so great, I get tongue-tied talking to myself. Hey, it's good to see you, Ford, and Monkey Man.
Listen, I come from an ancient and distinguished race.
Of hairdressers.
Thank you, Ford.
Hey, Zaphod, put it there. There.
Hey, Ford, put it there, and there, and there, and there. Whoa.
Zaphod, did you escape from the Hagananon?
Simple. I got lucky.
And how did you get this ship back?
I got lucky.
And how did you find us?
I got your towel.
What?
Mailed by meteorite. Hey, it was a really neat trick. How did you do it?
Do what?
Get the towel fossilized so that when the planet blows up in 2 million years later, it gets hurled off into space and picked up by the improbability drive.
Hey?
How did you work it all out?
We didn't. I just dropped the towel.
So, you got lucky too. That's cool. We're gonna need a lot of luck where we're going next.
Where's that?
I'll tell you when you've asked me what happened on the Frog Star.
What's the Frog Star?
I thought you would never ask.
What?
Many stories are told of Zaphod Beeblebrox's journey to the Frog Star. 10% of them are 95% true, 14% of them are 65% true, 35 of them are only 5% true, and all the rest of them are told by Zaphod Beeblebrox. Only one wholly accurate account exists, and that is locked in a trunk in the attic of Zaphod's favorite mother, Mrs. Alice Beeblebrox of 10 to the 8th Astral Crescent, Zoofruzel, Chester, Beetlejuice 5. Though countless people have tried cajolery, bribery, or threats to get hold of it, she has carefully guarded it from all eyes for many years, waiting for what she calls the right price. But one fairly well-documented episode is referred to by Beeblebroxologists as the Hey Rooster, I've just had it with this really hoopy idea incident.
There's a flying building background.
Roosta, I've just had this really hoopy idea. We're on this wrecked building, right?
Right.
And this building's in a really amazing force bubble, right?
Right.
And this force bubble's flying through interstellar space, right?
Right.
And there are 7 Frog Star fighters towing us at hyperspeed 12 to the Frog Star, right?
Yeah, that better be a good idea, Beeblebrox.
It's a smash. You want to hear it?
Okay.
Let's go to discotheque.
Are you crazy?
What's the matter? Don't you like discotheques? Look, I've got this free invite from some cat giving it out on the street. Here it is.
I'm with you, Beeblebrox. You reckon we could slide this plastic invite into a door lock, break out this building, climb into one of the Frog Star fighters, and maybe overpower all the guards with this terrifying small plastic card?
Get the card, will you?
Wormhole Disco. Loudest noise on Beetlejuice. Free body debit for one night only. What's a body debit?
You've been roughing it too long, Roosta. You missed out on the progressive consumerism. Look, an old-style credit card. You press the panel. It makes an instant debit card it makes an instant debt to your bank account and an instant credit to the shop's account, right?
I prefer hard cash. If you can't scratch a window with it, I don't accept it.
Yeah, but get this. Body debt means you press this card and it debts all your molecules from where you're standing, and your body goes to credit somewhere else.
And the disco.
Right!
Escape. It had better be a good disco.
If it was a good disco, they wouldn't have to give away free body debt cards. Or if it was a good disco, they wouldn't have to give away free body debit cards. Right, Roosta? We're gonna groove our way out of here.
There is a body debit sound effect. And then sensationally loud rock music. We can hardly distinguish what it is. The distortion levels are so high, we gradually make out the sounds of Zaphod and Roosta's voices.
We did it!
What did you say?
I said we did it!
What did you say?
What?
I said, what did you say?
I can't hear!
What?
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 Hi there, baby. You want to dance?
Oh, do I look like I want to dance?
You look like it to me.
I must have got my wrong body on.
Suit yourself. Hi there, baby. Do you want to dance? Hi there. Hi. Dance with me.
Beetlebrox, all these dancers, they're robots.
They're here to make the place look crowded. Gives it some atmosphere.
But there aren't any real people here at all.
So, what's new? What's up?
I just walked past this nozzle on the wall. It's spraying the smell of hot sweat over everything.
Okay, let's get out of here. Can you see a door?
Yeah, it's right in the far corner.
Let's go.
Oh, you must have a good time.
I'm trying to have a good time. I'm trying to go.
Turn up the music.
Yeah, the music unbelievably gets louder.
Have a good time.
You must dance.
Do you come here often?
Zaphod and Roosta are reduced to strangulated cries for help.
Dance, dance, dance.
They are passing out. Spray them with adrenaline. Make the lights flash faster.
Let's go!
The door opens and closes rapidly behind them. The music winds down. There is another body debit effect.
Organic life forms have no sense of fun.
The robots all collapse in a heap.
Oh, that must be the worst good time I have ever had. Still, we're free.
Ah, there you are. Splendid.
Hey, you! Hey man, how did you get down here?
Me? I came the simple way. Down the stairs.
Down the stairs to Ursa Minor? Hey, oh, you must be unbelievably fit.
I'm afraid you're not on Ursa Minor. We didn't let you out of the building. This has all been a little in-flight entertainment.
Call that entertainment?
Not for you, for me. Well, I'm afraid you must leave now. Or I'm afraid I must leave you now.
And just when I was really getting to dislike you.
I feel very privileged to have been able to bring a little unnecessary unpleasantness into your life, Mr. Beeblebrox, sir. I wonder if you'd like to sign an autograph for me.
An autograph? You must be several light years removed from that skull, baby.
I have a photo of you here. If you could just see your way to...
Oh, come on. Go suck on neutron stars, will you? Hey, that's actually quite a nice pic. Let's see. Okay, look. With deep anger and resentment, Zaphod Beeblebrox. Okay.
Thank you. It's not for my daughter, you understand. It's for me. I have to put it in the Frogstar record office attached to a statement saying that you went into the vortex of your own free will.
Baby, I think there's some problem with your respiration.
Oh? What?
You're breathing.
That's not a problem.
It is from where I'm standing. Here, let me tie a knot in your neck.
If you try and strangle me, Beeblebrox, you'll regret it.
Hey, not half as much as you will.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
There is a demat zing.
Ow! Oh, fuck. Rooster, did you see that? The guy vanished while I was... I think my thumb's broken. On my other thumb. Rooster? Rooster? Where are you?
Beeblebrox, you're on your own now. You have arrived on the Frog Star.
Hey, what? Who are you?
I am Gargravar. I am the custodian of the Total Perspective Vortex.
Oh. Hi.
Hello.
Why can't I see you? Why aren't you here?
I am here. My body wanted to come, but it's a bit busy at the moment. Things to do, people to see. You know how it is with bodies.
Oh, I thought I did.
I hope it's gone in for surgery. The way it's been living recently, it must be on its last elbows.
Elbows? You mean its legs?
I know what I mean.
Wild.
So you are to be put into the vortex, yes?
Well, this cat's in no hurry, you know. I can just slouch about, take in the local scenery, you know.
Have you seen the local scenery?
No.
The door hums open, and there is a mournful wail of dismal wind.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll just slouch about then.
No, the vortex is ready for you now. You must come. Follow me.
Oh, yeah. How am I meant to do that?
I'll hum for you. Follow the humming.
Okay, anything for a weird life.
The universe, as has been observed before, is an unsettlingly big place, a fact which, for the sake of a quiet life, most people tend to ignore. Many would happily move to somewhere rather smaller of their own devising, and this is what most beings in fact do. For instance, in one corner of the eastern galactic arm lies the great forest planet Oglaroon, the entire intelligent population of which lives permanently in one fairly small and crowded nut tree, in which tree they are born, live, fall in love, carve tiny speculative articles in the bark on the meaning of life, the futility of death, and the importance of birth control, fight a few very minor wars, and eventually die strapped to the underside of some of the less accessible outer branches. In fact, the only Oglaroonians who ever leave their tree at all are those who are hurled out for the heinous crime of wondering whether any of the other trees might be capable of supporting life at all, or indeed be anything other than illusions brought on by eating too many Ogla nuts. Exotic though this behavior may seem, there is no life form in the galaxy not in some way guilty of the same thing, which is why the total perspective vortex is as horrific as it undoubtedly is. For when you are put in the vortex, you are given just one momentary glimpse of the size of the entire unimaginable infinity of creation, along with a tiny little marker saying, "You are here."
The mournful wailing of the wind effect has been slowed down, might give us what we need. Gargravar humming a mournful little waltz. Almost instantly, the scene starts. There is a terrible cry of agony in the distance, muffled and distorted, but still loud enough to terrify the wits out of anybody. Zaphod walks.
What was that?
A man being put in the vortex, I'm afraid. We're very close to it now.
Hey, it sounds really bad. Couldn't we maybe go to a party or something for a while? Think it over?
For all I know, I'm probably at one. My body, that is. It goes to a lot of parties without me. Says I only get in the way. Hey-ho.
Can see why it wouldn't want to come here. This place is the dismalest. Looks like a bomb hit it, you know?
Several have. It is a very unpopular place. the vortex is in the heavy steel bunker ahead of you.
The universe does that to a guy?
The whole infinite universe, the infinite suns, the infinite distances between them, and yourself, an invisible dot on an invisible dot, infinitely small.
Hey, I'm Zaphod Beeblebrox, man, you know?
That is precisely the point.
The door hums open.
Enter.
Hey, what now?
No,
It doesn't look like any kind of vortex to me.
it isn't. It's just the lift. Enter.
He enters, the door closes, and it starts to descend.
Oh, I got myself in the right frame of mind for this.
There is no right frame of mind.
You really know how to make a guy feel inadequate.
I don't. The vortex does.
The lift reaches the bottom. The doors open, and there's background noise of heavy humming noises and swirls, etc.
There, the vortex. The total perspective vortex. Enter, Beeblebrox. Enter the vortex.
Okay.
The vortex starts to operate.
The vortex derives its picture of the whole universe on the principle of extrapolated matter analyses. To explain, since every piece of matter in the universe is in some way affected by every other piece of matter in the universe, it is in theory possible to extrapolate the whole of creation, every galaxy, every sun, every planet, their orbits, their composition, and their economic and social history from, say, one small piece of fairy cake. The man who invented the total perspective vortex did so basically in order to annoy his wife. Trin Tragula, for that was his name, was a dreamer, a speculative thinker, or as his wife would have it, an idiot. And she would nag him incessantly about the utterly inordinate amount of time he would spend staring out into space, or mulling over the mechanics of safety pins, or doing spectrographic analyses of pieces of fairy cake. Have some sense of proportion, she would say, 38 times a day. And so he built the total perspective vortex, just to show her. And in one end he plugged the whole of reality as he extrapolated from a fairy cake, and in the other end he plugged his wife, so that when he turned it on, she saw in one instant the whole infinity of creation and herself in relation to it. To Trin Tragula's horror, the shock annihilated her brain, but to his satisfaction, he realized he had conclusively proved that if life is going to exist in a universe this size, the one thing it cannot afford to have is a sense of proportion. And it is into this vortex that Zaphod Beeblebrox has been put, and from which, a few seconds later, he emerges.
Hi.
Beeblebrox, you're...
Fine. Could I have a drink, please?
You have been in the vortex,
You saw me, kid.
and you saw the whole infinity of creation.
The lot, baby, it's a real neat place. You know what?
And you saw yourself in relation to it all.
Oh, yes.
And what did you experience?
It just told me what I already knew all the time. I'm a really great guy. Didn't I tell you, baby? I am Zaphod Beeblebrox.
Is it really true that Zaphod Beeblebrox's ego is as large as the universe? Does this actually have any bearing on anything else in the story, or indeed on anything else at all? Has everyone totally forgotten about the increasingly mysterious Zarne Whoop, last heard of taking an intergalactic cruise in his office? Is it worth hanging on to find out the answers to these exasperating questions? Find out in the next unedifying episode of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Information about package holidays on the Frog Star can be found in the leaflet Sun, Sand, and Suffering on the Most Totally Evil Place in the Galaxy.
Man, is that a piece of fairy cake? My stomach's completely out of lunch. Yeah.
And that's it.
Whew.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I think that has been like my most entertaining.
Yeah,
And
that was a
you
good
got
one.
voice in that one too. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I love it.
a plan, Arthur.
Well, I need to go. Yeah, I need to go eat food.
Yes, go eat food.
So
Yeah, it is midnight for me.
yeah, I'm
Yeah, go bed.
gonna do a quick outro and then call it a night.
Yeah.
So, if you are watching live, thank you for being here. Happy New Year. If you are watching and you have not followed yet, whether on the VOD or you're watching live, we have a new goal. That's all I'm gonna say about it. We have a new follow goal.
Extra feet.
It's on my wish list. I can't wait. This is gonna be great.
So good.
Yeah.
Pasty white boys in maid outfits. That's just what everybody
Oh,
wants, you guys.
also, since we're doing this on the 25th as well, it's my birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birth.
Happy
Birth.
birth. As soon as I get my next paycheck in, I'm buying you your present.
What? Huh?
Yeah, the thing that you asked for.
I'm gonna cry.
It could be anything.
Don't.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't do
I'm gonna
it.
cry.
How dare
If
you?
if y'all buy me things, I'm gonna cry. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna cry.
Shit.
Baby.
Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, you can like, you can comment, you can subscribe, you can ring the bell, you can head over to Twitch and do stuff there if you want. And until next time, we will see you later.
Goodbye.